right, guys. Okay, this is Akasha at Ascension Dark Divine Fairy Tale, where I talk about love and essentially quantum physics. Of course, that's a big title, and there's lots of things under that umbrella, but basically, that's what I am here to discuss. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it. So I posted a video on Sunday. It was video 5 of the of my first 5 videos that I was determined to get out last week. However, I made video 4, and y'all, let me tell you, I have tried and tried and tried to break that video down into first it was a 47-minute and a 37-minute, then it was for 20 minutes. I did like it was like 10 minutes. I did all of that to try to get that video posted, I swear to you, but I still couldn't do it. But I made video 5 and posted it, and then I stated that I would keep trying to post video 4 and take it from there. I'm so weird. I like for these videos to lay out in sequence because I feel like it's such a broad topic and maybe a new notion for some people that it's already so big, and to grasp the scope of what I'm saying, I felt like it was extremely important that the videos be laid out in a certain way and even be posted in a certain way. It's very important to me. But for some reason, I could not get that video to post. So I really took my time and I said, wait a second. There's a reason for that. Okay, so let me say this. One time, when you decide to open Pandora's box and walk through it, when I tell you, the universe talks to you so loudly and clearly to try to articulate that to those who are not on the journey that you are on, or that are not on the same journey. They're going to think you crazy. So pay attention, because nothing is a coincidence in general. But when you make that choice to, okay, I'm going to walk through this. I'm paying attention. When I tell you, you will get signs from everything you do all day long when you're sleeping. It is a constant. So those that are here, they're going to get what I'm saying. So I couldn't get it to work. So I went back and I watched the video again that I posted on Sunday. And I realized something. I told you all to go and find the film Mother and watch it. And I will talk more about that and kind of bring it to a head of why I feel like why that movie was so impactful for me. But I realized something. I had only saw the movie one time. I saw the movie one time, and my friend and I that night, we watch a breakdown of the movie, and I never discussed it after. It just never left my mind. More things just start to lead me to, again, like I stated, where I am now and the information that I came across. But I realized it. You only watched it once. So I found it. I have now watched that movie. I think I'm on my 7th time. And I've watched every interview that I could find from the main actors and the director. And all it did was go, because I feel like people are going to have such a hard time wrapping their mind around this. I literally, last night at work was when I really dissected it. I made a dissected, let me rephrase that, was the first night I found what I was looking for with researching about the film. And I took a note of all my thoughts and things that I wanted to say in this video. And because I know people will not believe how things will lead you, and you find out what you're supposed to find out when you're supposed to, I put proof in my phone. Things that I never knew. My mom's. Oh, it's on her urn. Literally, my mother's ashes, you guys, and that's real. The majority of what I found out about that movie, I have now learned in probably, it's been in the last 12 hours. And today is August the 23rd, I think. And I think it was Sunday is when I made video 5 and posted it. So this is, again, you find out what you're supposed to find out. Now, I really want to get to that content because I do have to move this video along, but I want to say this. And I'm sorry, I wanted to get this posted at 8 o'clock, but I'm not making it until almost 9. But before the night ends, I'm going to have this video posted. Things are just so amazing and keep happening. So amazing. I'll say when I'm going to do something, and it's not that I'm not trying to. It's just in the midst of me doing something, I'll find out more and more stuff, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to add that. I got to say that. I got to say that. Anyway, so forgive me. Maybe I need to stop actually saying something definite, because it seems like every time I do that, the universe goes, oh, wait a minute, but add this and add this and add this. So I found out with watching an interview with the director and the main female lead in the film that the movie got released, was getting ready to be released when Hurricane Irma was approaching, 2017. Now, this may seem like a small thing to you all, but when you, and do this in your own life too, okay? But again, I'm really trying to do what I feel I was meant to do with my energy and help awaken minds. Again, I'm not a neuroscientist or any of that nature, so I don't have that I'm not doing it that way. I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to do it. I'm going to save that again to the moguls and the scientists and the historians. They're going to do it their way. I'm going to do it mine. And you're going to hear me say it over and over and over again. And the reason why I'm doing it my way, because this is what I'm supposed to do with my energy and my scope and the things that I've chosen in my life before I even came to this planet and after. Okay? I promise y'all this is going to make so much sense once I start adding other videos and more links to other people. All of this will start to make even more sense. And those of you who get it now, you found me and I found you, and we're doing exactly what we're supposed to do when we're supposed to do it. Okay, Hurricane Irma, and I literally had to go into the bathroom last night and cry at my job because, again, all of this just keeps unfolding. I have never asked for something or my true energy focused on something and I didn't get it. I realized that some years ago, and now it's next level. Now it's just me really making sure of what I want, not from here, from way down and out there, knowing what it is. What you are obsessed with truly is what you will attract, period. So I know what I'm obsessed with because I just keep attracting this information, and it's beautiful, and I'm so grateful, although it's hard. So yes, the film 2017 Hurricane Irma, the director talks about that. And guess when I really got to spend time and be with Devlin. Now, what's annoying about this, because I'm not very good at making these videos yet, in the original post for video 4, I talk about me going from South Florida to Atlanta to stay with Devlin for Hurricane Irma, and where things really start to get interesting. I think I'm going to enter that here. I will keep that part, and that right here, right out, I'm gonna be a clip like right now. 2017, I was still living in Florida. I didn't even know a hurricane was coming for us, okay? He called me, baby, what you doing? Oh, I'm on my way. I was in the Tampa area at that time. I'm on my way to the mall, baby. I'm going to go get my phone checked out. And it was like windy, beautiful day. Not as hot because it was so windy, but I didn't know. Okay. I was dealing with some things with my family in Florida, and I had just met him, and I was just sick with happiness. Okay. The whole damn earth could have just caved in. I was so sick with it. And he was like, well, you should be on your way up here. Da-da-da. I was like, why? He was like, it's a hurricane coming. Like, you need to get up here. And I was like, what? Baby, it ain't no hurricane coming. Da-da-da. He was like, baby, you know, when you come up here. Da-da-da. So I get up there. For the longest amount of time we ever spent together. Ended up being 14 days. But within that time, he had a couple of shows. And they used one show to rehearse for another one. Anyhow, I go. And I'm talking to this guy who was from Detroit, who was literally engaged, and he wasn't doing the show that the other, like him and the guy who sings and other people were doing, in the venue that they were playing. So he was sitting there. I don't know if he wasn't doing it, but it was so. Anyway, again, I made that video last week before I learned anything about when the movie was. I don't even know that much. The only thing I knew is I watched the film. I watched one of, I think it was a Rotten Tomatoes review, or not a Rotten Tomatoes review, but someone who posted the review on Rotten Tomatoes and discussed the film one time. I didn't pay attention to when it was released or any of that. This is the same night of me in this emotional moment of my friend showing this to me. And I didn't like sit there and look at it. He had it on his phone and I was listening. So I can't make this stuff up. I know how people are. People just won't believe anything that they're not used to. They won't believe anything that they don't already know. And that's, yeah, I'll put it that way. Anything different, is she crazy? It's not going to make sense. This person is trying to see what they want to see, etc., etc. So I can only show you proof and or receipts as much as I can. And that is very time consuming, y'all, but I understand it. Y'all are worth the effort for me to show you that. Okay. So let's get to, okay. So what I decided to do, instead of posting that whole video and chopping it up, because I wasn't supposed to post that video, I wasn't supposed to post that video the way it was. I know that now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to combine what the movie and my experience and how I saw myself and my person, and which actually led me to the notion, could in fact the person mentioned in the Bible, if the blueprint for narcissism was there. And let me clear it up even more. I believe there is a difference between the God that's in the Bible and the one divine source. Let me repeat. I believe there is a difference between the God that is in the Bible, written about in the Bible, than the one conscious, one divine source. Okay? I believe that the knowledge of the one and the God of the Bible, they took this power, the one, and intertwined the God of the Bible. Okay? Watching this film, not having any idea what it was about, completely lost on the film as I'm watching it. And because the only thing I saw is it felt like me and it felt like him. And I identified very early on from the tone of her voice. She felt like me. He felt like him. And I think it's around 22 minutes in, when I'll give a little bit away, when Michelle Pfeiffer comes on, who I love. Oh, I love her. She is just, her inner, oh my gosh. I love her work. I love her work. I love her work. And I was so excited to see her face on the screen. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know who Jennifer Lawrence is. I didn't. I'm sorry. And now I know, like, she's like a major star in Hollywood, and her work is, I'm so sorry, Jennifer. But you were beautiful. Oh my gosh, her face, so beautiful. One of the first things I said when they pan in and they show her face, and that's what it was. When the way that they lit her, you knew it was the way. You have to know something about acting to understand, but it was just, it got my attention. But when I seen Michelle Pfeiffer at the door, I thought, oh, I kind of sat up a little straighter too, like, but when she says, you two seem so different and the opposite, I really was like, okay, okay, what's happening? because all of it just felt so familiar. It was the tone of her voice. The first thing she wakes up and says in the film is, "Baby." It was a slight even panic in how she said it. And it's so weird because that's how I felt. I can't describe it. I would just wake up and would be, you know, to see him laying there, it would just be like he's there. Okay, I can. It was every time I woke up, I would not panic, but just kind of, I can't describe it. Watch the film. You'll get it. So again, not even knowing what I was, my homeboy told me to sit down for. Now let me be assured. Two, that was the first movie he ever showed me that I even liked, because he's kind of the movies that he likes to watch are normally, but once he by our conversation he said, "I think you'll like this movie." After that, he started hitting it out of the park. Majority of the time I was like, "Bro, like, how old are you? Seriously." Like, I mean, they were always bad. And after that, it just took off. Like, now, anytime he tells me to watch something, I'm just like, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna love it, because I'm telling you, this was a very profound Netflix and chill night, um, which didn't turn out to be so chill. So anyhow, so I decided to combine the two because I thought this is a great way to condense and to start to tighten up these videos and get this done. So again, you all can hopefully start to understand what I'm saying more clearly. Okay, so what video 4 was supposed to do was start to outline the bond between myself and Devlin, and I'll say it this one time because the empath and the narcissist. Okay. Next video, I will get to another person who really helped start to define this for me. I love her. She's a doctor on YouTube. She also appeared after my already being on to her on Red Table Talk, which I was so excited to see her there. Okay, so in this film, Jennifer Lawrence portrays the ultimate world's first empath. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. Okay, and like myself in real life, she is loving and kind, and and someone with NPD, they're in every way the opposite. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down and describe myself, this character in the film. With doing that, I literally can describe both. Okay, I don't want to give the film away either if you haven't seen it, but I do want you all to start to know again what I'm talking about here, and the dark divine fairy tale of my life, basically, and essentially existence, I think. Okay, so I'm very loving. Love is a superpower. Didn't know it until coming out the side of this. However, I think it's seen on people, especially when you're involved with your opposite. Okay, a narcissist is attracted to what he or she is not. In my case, it is a he, definitely. I look at it as something to be proud of. I'm very proud to love, and I know the power in it. A narcissist looks at loving and the desire to be loved as a weakness, and it evokes tremendous fear in them. Being kind for an empath, it feels good. There's no such thing as a selfless act. We get it. But it feels so good to be kind, and again, it's a power. And we're kind because we want kindness, so we want to give kindness, okay? But a narcissist is kind to get you to drop your guard down, okay? And they're kind with the angle. We're understanding where a narcissist uses or feigns understanding. Let me take that back. They do truly understand. They go out of their way to understand, to gain leverage, okay? With doing so, they can find your triggers. They can find where you are vulnerable, even, and they use it, okay? The need to be needed from an empath, from the character in the film and myself. And this is truly a vulnerable way to be. And this is one of, I believe, the hurdles in my life, is to understand that I have to be needed. And that's a very loaded statement, but to stay focused here, okay? A narcissist resents that he needs so much, he or she needs so much. Again, in my case, it's a him. We love isolation as an empath, because we pick up on everybody all the time and all things. We needed to recharge. Again, even within my home, I sleep inside of a dark canopy, and I just have to retreat. I have to have a way, when as a true Cancer, we do our thing where we kind of sidestep things, and we go in our shell. We do, and we love it. We love it in there. We want to come out, spread our love bubbles, be little Mr. and Mrs. Fix It, and then go away and recharge. That's what we do. So the isolation, we love it, okay? We need it. But it's to, again, recharge, to heal, to create our own paradise, so we can gain, so we can give. If that makes sense. For a narcissist, isolation is so they don't be found out. They actually really hate to be alone. They despise it. But they know that if anyone gets too close and gets to stay around them for too long, they can't hold up that fake image and that fake facade of this strength. I'm so strong, and I'm so kind, and I'm so wise, and I'm so confident, and I'm so secure. They are the opposite of those things. And so to bring people in close is, oh my God, they're going to find out, they're going to find out, they're going to find out. And the closer you get to finding out, the more they start doing the thing that they do. That is so dangerous for others in contact with them. So they stay in solitude to avoid risk of exposure. Okay. An empath takes so much pride in their home. They love it so much. They are very proud to take care of home. They don't care about much else other than inside their home. I'm going to be honest with you. It's almost an obsession. It becomes unhealthy. I know for me, I teeter on that a lot. There is nothing that's ever done. Like you just constantly look around for You know, it has to be paradise. Ironically, I've said that a million times, and in this film, um, she says that literally words that I have said. So the writers did an amazing job, or you know, it was just amazing with that for me, because it literally is, your home is your paradise. At least, let me rephrase that: my home is my paradise. And again, I'm not gonna lie, it's almost just this side of unhealthy in my thoughts and that, and I know that, and I am doing some work on some balance there. I just say that for Devlin, home is again just a place to hide, and it's never good enough. It's not good enough for him to have efforts to take care of it. He didn't see the value in taking care of that home, because this is just a starter house for me. It's what he says. You know, he feels like if he puts too much energy into the home, then he's, you know, that's him saying that that's the best he can do. No gratitude at all. But for Devlin, and I am going to speak for him, because he said it in so many ways, and in this film you'll see it. When I said this, that was us. I was and I am home for him. I still know that. I still know that I'm home. I am his home. And that sounds maybe a tad confusing, because I am actually talking about the physical home and or the metaphorical home. Things he would say, and I would be so confused, because I knew what he was saying was real, but then I thought, just like your home, you're destroying me. I'm falling down around you and you don't care, just like his own home. Very interesting. As an empath, you do come to see how the person you may be with may be so fragile, and you will totally ignore it. Again, that's mentioned in the film, y'all. Pay attention. There's a heated discussion between Mother and him, okay, where he kind of snaps on Mother and says, you pretend that everything is all right. And we do that. We do that. We pretend that everything is okay. Why? Because we want you to be okay. Empaths do that, and I wanted Devlin to be okay so badly that that's what I did. I just walked around and pretended that everything was okay, you know. We have no problems, empaths, people that we love, taking a back seat to them and kind of, again, just cheering them on. Yay, pumpkin, you can do it. You know, we are very much, you know, we don't necessarily need to shine to anyone outside of that house. We just want to know that what we have, what we're there for, is appreciated and seen. We want to be the person we're cheering on a priority. We never will be. You know, in fact, a narcissist is jealous of their partner. Actually, they're very jealous of their partner. No matter how much we pour in love, and pour in love is never enough. The more we try to make them secure is never enough. It is never enough. I'm going to repeat, it's never enough. I was never enough. I will never be enough for someone with that deep, deep, deep insecurity. They are a bottomless pit. They cannot be filled. So expecting anything back for them to pour into you, never going to happen. And could they change? It's a different type of content. I'll say that. Um, Everything is about his work in the film. In my life, everything is about Devlin's work. Everything is about Devlin's work. Everything is about Devlin's work. And I thought about this. I thought about this a couple years ago. And it resurfaced when I was making these notes. There's a line, I don't know if you all are familiar with Sons of Anarchy, and you will hear me refer to film and shows quite a bit. It should be obvious why. But if not, I'm sure I'll get back to that topic too and further explain. Well, maybe next video. Maybe that'll be the topic for my next video. Does art imitate life, or life imitate art? Good lead in. In the film, him is a poet. He's an artist, he's a creator, he's a poet. And they're just married, and he's trying to work on his next great novel. So I think that was a good segue. And even where I'm going here, started, went back into an ending. Okay, and making a point. So I'm watching, there's this Sons of Anarchy, and one of my, I think very well done. I'm not a biker, so I don't know from that point of view, but this is a very intriguing show, and I've watched it over and over again. And one of my favorite lines that reached out and kind of like grabbed me, and I've repeated it over and over again to people. Last night at work, it dawned on me that maybe deep down, as an empath, especially in an intimate situation, as your significant other, the people we attract and are attracted to us, Gemma says that in Sons of Anarchy, men are the only ones who need to be loved. Women need to be wanted. And the first time I heard that, I was like, well, damn. And I know that there's some truth to that, at least for me. Again, I'm not here to school y'all. I'm not life coaching. I'm exposing, trying to awaken. But it dawned on me, because I believe an empathetic woman is the ultimate type of woman. I didn't say better. I said the ultimate type of woman, okay? And I'm not going to apologize for that. Again, there's no better, no worse. It's just a statement. But, and I thought, is there some truth to that for the empath? Could it be that deep down, we know we will never be loved? And what we really desire is to be wanted. I think everyone's going to have to unpack that for themselves and see gather their own opinion. But for me, I'm going to say, yeah. The question is, can what does just being wanted look like and feel like? And that's a journey. I just set myself on another journey of discovery. This takes work, y'all. To wake up, to free yourself from what has been told and sold and programmed is so much work, and it affects your entire existence. We all going to want to be with somebody and have some type of financial security. There's nothing else in this life. But the only thing that moves in and out of the matrix, what frees you is love. First of yourself, then of someone else. Freeing yourself, you gain divine love for yourself. And once you do that, you're free. But then it comes seeing a reflection of that within someone else, seeing yourself mirrored in someone else, you see. So anyway, you all, I do have to go again. I have to shove off to work, and I am going to put the link again for the film and the director's interview with actress Jennifer Lawrence. It was so cute. I later found out, with watching more and more and more interviews, that they were dating at the time that they shot that, which I thought was so dope. You guys should really watch those interviews and just see where all the actors go and the director goes just to make that film. It was pretty amazing. So I will do a recap of this video in the next video, and I think I'm going to start with some of the things I mentioned here. So I hope you all will help tighten up where we're going with this channel, and I hope you all are intrigued to stick around and watch me grow and grow with me, and we have these conversations and questions, and y'all, we could maybe interview these amazing minds, of which I'm going to do that video in 2 sections where we will recap on this. And again, I was hoping to blend the movie and more about myself and the connections between narcissists and empaths, and the dance and the journey of that dark divine fairy tale. And yeah, so hopefully this film helps get you there. And again, we are off to a good start, I'm hoping, y'all. And I will keep trying to help y'all unravel and myself unravel love and quantum physics, okay? Love and quantum physics, big word, physics. Law of attraction. All right, y'all, gotta go. So ascension, magic, miracles, blessings, and love in and out of time. And I will see you my next video. Y'all, don't give up on me. Stay with me, okay? This is Akasha at Ascension Dark Divine Fairy Tale, and you all have a good night. Bye.